So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshine. How y'all doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Look, thank y'all so much for taking time out of your schedule, because I know that you've been busy. You're out here on this world tour, making the world we live in a better place. And, I'm super excited. Like they said the interview it was possible. And I said, yeah, well, if y'all could get them on the 10 line, that would be great. And then they made it happen. I say, ow, I'm happy here.
We happy to be with you.
We're excited to be here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tiyale Hayes, and none other than Mr. New Orleans himself, Marc Morial. There's so much going on, and so many people have so much to say. But you all have teamed up with some powerhouses, and being the powerhouses that you are individually, to let people know the importance of letting their voices be heard through their vote. Tell me a little bit about the partnership with BET and the National Urban League for September 20th, which is a field trip where everybody needs to be educated on.
Yes. National Black Voter Day on September 20th is our 5th annual celebration of really activating the Black vote in partnership with National Urban League. We are asking everyone around the country to check your registration status, get yourself registered, get someone in your family registered, really make sure that we're hitting these deadlines. And then and we're ending the day in Philadelphia with an in-person event from 6 until 8 at the Met. So anyone in the Philadelphia region, please come out to Vote Fest on Friday night in Philadelphia.
Absolutely. And Mr. Morial, as the president and CEO of the National Urban League, I know that you see the challenges come across your desk daily, and you have to get creative. So working with brand masters and strategists and, people like Tiyale say, we can make this happen if we get people energized, if we get them excited, if we get them informed. But what are some of the things that we as a community can do to help you push this initiative forward, not just on the 20th of September, but ongoing?
So first of all, I think we should thank BET. I mean, they have stepped up. They've put their credibility, their roster, their genius, their marketing behind this effort now with us for now 5 years. And it's been impactful. It's been meaningful. I mean, the 2022 midterm, even though the election was not what we wanted, even though the turnout was not as high as we wanted it to be, it was the highest midterm turnout since 1970. Secondly, the 2020 election was a turnout much higher than anyone anticipated. During the difficulties of COVID, Americans voted, Black people voted in significant numbers. So here's what we say, and hopefully everyone needs a voting plan.
Right, I like that.
Vote. Where are you going to vote? Are you registered to vote? What do you need to vote? And then who are you going to vote for? I had a friend of mine in New Orleans in 2022 call me on election day from the voting poll.
Oh, wow.
She said to me,
split decision,
I just voted.
minute.
She said, but I see all these judge elections. I never heard of these people. What am I supposed to do? I said, the first thing you're supposed to do is call me 30 minutes ago before you went into the polling place so I could go through the ballot with you and give you some thoughts.
Right.
She said, I don't know what to do. Should I just walk out? I said, no, don't walk out.
Don't walk out. No.
I said, so have a voting plan. All of the things that are on the ballot don't receive media attention.
That's true.
Aren't the subject of television commercials. In New Orleans, like in a lot of places, there are organizations and people that send out sample ballots. Yeah. Find a trusted leader, a trusted organization, and bring that sample ballot with you. Download it. Go on the internet. If you can't download it, go ahead and, if you can't print it, write it down on a piece of paper. You can bring a piece of paper, a card, into the voting poll. Have a plan to vote. Have a plan to vote. Number 2, take 10. Everybody should be responsible for 10 other people.
I like
So
that.
I say to people, when you're on that IG and you posting, these fly pictures of yourself, and you are saying, put down there, hey, I'm reminding you to vote today.
Yeah.
Use your personal brand and your personal power. Link to voter registration sites. Put a word of inspiration. We all have to use our own power and our own influence to encourage people to be participants and not spectators.
I love that, especially the fact when you say the trusted brands, because nowadays everybody believes a hashtag and a retweet from anything. Just because you see it does not mean that it's actual and or factual, right? So to see that you all have teamed up with BET, a trusted source. I mean, it's Mr. Morial himself, a trusted source. Tiyale, you're no stranger when it comes down to getting the messaging clear and making sure that what you say, people can bank on that because there's so much that is with it, right? Trusted sources. With these frequently asked questions, have you ever found anything that has just caught you completely off guard? Something that we may think is common sense or that everyone should know, but it's a little too late by the time they ask the questions. And I guess that's kind of calling you from the polls, but you see a lot of it when people are just misinformed or they do not have these roundtable discussions enough, especially in our community.
Yeah, I'll give you one that's about the process. I have been astounded when you dig into the numbers and you learn what's happening with misinformation, especially from foreign interests targeted at Black people, young Black people and Black men. It is astounding the thousands of fake websites and bots that get unleashed when you certain words that come in to attack people, these nameless bodies that come in to drive a message that may be counter to what progress looks like for Black people. So that was something, when you dig into it, it's bigger than we all think. And I think that's why Marc and I are talking so much about it. This problem is much bigger, and it seeps into the barbershops. You're in the barbershop and now you're having a full argument with someone on something that is a full lie. It's a full lie. And now we've got a 30-minute argument about it. I think secondly, to Marc's point about operationalizing your plan. So people often ask us, well, why do people not vote, right? And some of it is just people don't feel like they're part of the process, but a lot of it is people didn't plan, right? I'll use an example. I don't live close to where I work. I live in New Jersey. I work in New York City. And there was a time where I got to my poll at 7:58 p.m. because the train was delayed. I left work later than I thought. And I ran to the poll. And just imagine if I wasn't able to run, if the train was 2 minutes later, like so many things happen. So we want to be really thoughtful about, have a plan and a plan for your 10, right? If auntie hurt their leg, they might not be able to stand in line. So we had to make sure somebody's there with nephew's there with a chair. So that as the line moves, that auntie can have somewhere to sit, but being really thoughtful in your plan and your Take 10's plan to make sure that we get everyone out, because those are the small reasons why people don't vote, and they have massive outcomes for our community.
I agree with Ty about these fakers. The extent to which they've targeted our community. Why? They don't target you,
right,
if they didn't think you had power and influence. You look at this election, you look at Wisconsin, the so-called swing state, how Milwaukee votes, a city that has an African-American mayor, a significant population of Black people, will play a large role in who carries that state. You look at the state of Michigan, how Detroit votes, how Flint votes, how Pontiac votes, how the communities around Detroit vote will determine which way Michigan goes. Ditto for Pennsylvania, where you have Philadelphia and Harrisburg and Scranton and Pittsburgh and the suburbs of Philadelphia, like Chester, and those communities. It will determine. So we have influence because African-American voters are large portions of swing states. So we are essentially swing voters. We have to understand our power and use our power and not be tricked and bamboozled. I say bamboozled. because bamboozled is when someone uses cleverness,
Yeah.
deceit. They make it look like a legitimate source. They use language that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
They try to channel our energy, and they have one goal. They say, Black people, sit down. Just sit it out. You're wasting your time. None of these people are going to do a thing for you. They've been lying to you. Just don't vote. Send them a message. Well, you're not sending them a message. You're sending a message to the people that want to defeat our movement and defeat our agenda.
Yeah. And it's important for us to know that and to know the underlining attempts. And I appreciate you both for taking time out of your schedule to enlighten us. We have us a field trip Friday, September 20th. And if they cannot make it out for the events, you know what? There's a website for that. So be sure to log on and check it out. I'll have all of the details, bet.com/vote. Thank you, BET. Thank you, National Urban League. Thank you so much, Tiyale. Thank you so much, Mr. Morial. I want y'all to think of this as an extension of your office. So whenever you have anything going on, you jump in the hot seat or on the tan line, or make a quick field trip to Baton Rouge, and we'll call it a field trip, okay? Just bring some beignets and some crawfish etouffee with you. That's it.
But I'm saying go Saints, go LSU, go Southern, and Grant.
That's right. That's right. I know you have more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing y'all can do about it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, man. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Bye, y'all.